My name's Angela Brzezinski, and I'm presenting Bringing Words to Life. Bringing Words to Life is a method of vocabulary instruction based on the book Bringing Words to Life. The book is by Isabel Beck, Margaret McEwen, and Linda Coogan. The first topic they discuss in the book is that word knowledge is multifaceted. It isn't an all-or-nothing concept. A person may know words based on a continuum of knowledge about the word. So, for example, someone could have absolutely no knowledge of a word, or they could have a general sense of the word. So, for example, they may understand that malicious has a bad feeling about it, but they don't really understand what it means. They could relate to the word in perhaps one context, but they don't really understand it across multiple contexts. For example, the word dominant could describe the way a dog is aggressive towards people, but they don't really understand that that word can be used in a multitude of contexts. Finally, someone has decontextualized knowledge about the word. That means that they can include the word in many contexts. They know how it's related to other words, and they may know that the word has multiple meanings. So, now that you understand that words can be multifaceted, you give it a try. I'm going to show you a chart, and you look at the chart and determine how well you know the word. This chart is also in the handout. You can see the words from tyranny down to dubious, and look at the chart and determine how well do you know the word. Do you know it well and you can explain it, use it? Do you know something about it, you can relate to it? Have you seen the word or heard the word before? Or you do not know the word? Take a minute to look at the words and determine what your word knowledge is. So how did you do? Were there some words there that maybe you weren't completely sure about, but you had a feeling, and maybe some that you knew really well and could explain well? Well, that was the idea of being able to look at words and seeing how they're multifaceted. So now that you know that words can have quite a variety of, people can have quite a variety of word knowledge, how do you choose which are the right words to instruct or teach students? Well, in their book, they show us examples of words. So, they place words into 3 different tiers. For the first example, they have Tier 1 words. Tier 1 words are words that kids are exposed to a lot. They're exposed to it early on, and they have a really strong concept of those words. For example, happy, baby, boy, and funny. Run, dog. Those are all examples of Tier 1 words. Here it is again, examples of Tier 1 words. Happy, baby, boy, funny, run, dog. These are examples of words that kids are really familiar with. The example of the Tier 1 words are found in picture books. Easy reader books that kids usually start off with. For example, one of the classics, The Cat in the Hat. Open any page in The Cat in the Hat and you will find very simple phrases and simple words for the beginning reader. These aren't, of course, Tier 2 words. These are all Tier 1 words. I bet you probably have a library full of easy reader books if you have young kids at home, or you work with young kids on a regular basis. Those books are great for beginning readers, but they don't always contain the breadth of vocabulary that kids need to know just to get through school. In their book, Bringing Words to Life, the authors mention that kids learn an average of 7,000 words per year. Well, while I love The Cat in the Hat, the words in The Cat in the Hat don't quite hit those 7,000 words because they're usually words that kids are already familiar with. So I'm going to skip over Tier 2 and talk about Tier 3 words for just a minute. Tier 3 words are those words that you had to study for the GRE test. They're words that you find in specific lexicons, in specific content areas. Probably words that kids won't encounter on a daily basis. So for example, Tier 3 words are parallelogram, binary, nucleus, graphnel. You don't usually encounter those words very often unless you're in an advanced math class. Perhaps some of your older elementary students may know some of those words or encounter them in math class, but they're very specific to one topic.